the world expects people to work down there 75%, 70 years. I say 75%, 75 years of their life before they retire. You know what I'm saying? Like half your life before you're able to retire. And especially nowadays where the government is really digging into retirement funds. Even the 401k plans, like how the stock market is going down, and a lot of people 401k retirement plans really based upon the stock market, because that's where a lot of your money is going, in the stock market, depending on the stock market. And a lot of people are wondering where their money is going. You know what I'm saying? And you can't depend on that, especially at times like this. It's all a pyramid scheme, really. You know what I'm saying? Life is basically a pyramid scheme. It's capitalistic. You know what I'm saying? Who can get to the top first? And once a certain amount of people get to the top, they kind of like knock down the pyramid. So, that's what the world expects from most people. And really, schools teach people what to think. They don't teach most people how to think. And I can understand why, because most people are not thinkers. Most people are workers. Most people don't want to think. Most people just want to be in a space of just every day the same thing. You know what I mean? Most people don't want to evolve. They call it The Walking Dead, but, or they call it aphantasia. Well, a lot of people don't have a monologue, and they can't really hear voices or hear their own thoughts in their head. And a lot of creativity comes from that too. A lot of people can't see they can't even see visions inside their mind, or can't hear inner dialogue. And you'll ask somebody like, man, how can you even, what do you hear when you read? And a lot of people don't hear when they read. They read, and I forgot what they said. One lady said she reads, she sounds out the words, but she doesn't see any pictures when she sounds out the words. Those people just playing. When you read something, like say if you go on a vacation and you're a vision in vacation, you'll kind of like see it. Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. A lot of people don't do that. They might just plan out the vacation right there. They'll write it down, you know what I'm saying? And they don't see it, you know what I mean? So imagine the creativity of not, they just kind of a little bit different, but, most people would rather just work in that time frame, or in that exact moment. A lot of us are, and then like I said, you got a lot of us that are creators, that we need to evolve every day. We need something new, and a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people just be like, why don't you just work like me and just stay in The Walking Dead, stay sleep, stay consistently doing the same thing. And be crazy, like be fucking crazy like me, be ignorant like me, and just be brainwashed like me, you know what I mean? And that makes them feel better within their whole little MK Ultra brainwash type of thing. And like I said, a lot of us not like that. We don't want to be brainwashed. We don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over to drive us insane every goddamn day. Some of us need to create. Some of us need renewal, regeneration. You know what I'm saying? Resurrection. The phoenix bird rising from the ashes. You know what I'm saying? That purple chakra. You know what I'm saying? That most high of just evolving. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that. They look at some people crazy when we have new thoughts. So we try to create and reconstruct. And we are the designers. We are the architects, you know what I'm saying? We are the ones that make the iPhones and the computers, and for people even like that to even have a job or have a career, have something to work on. You have a job, you have something to work on because of a creator. You work for a creator. You work for somebody that had that first thought or that first vision or that inner dialogue and that monologue and just heard that voice. You know what I'm saying? You work for everybody that thinks like that. You work for people that created that job for you. You know what I'm saying? That visionary. And you're down to the same people that have that vision. That's what I don't get. That's crazy to me. You know what I mean? But the world kind of looks at artistic or creators and artists and designers and in that sense as being just what would you call it? Being what's the word I'm looking for? Being an outlaw, you know what I'm saying? Being someone that just goes against the grain. You know, those are the scientists, you know what I mean? Those are the chemists, you know, the ones that create something out of nothing, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I'm not gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? Retire when I'm old and shit like that. I'm not gonna do that, bro. I don't see how people live that type of life. And then you got people that's been doing that for years and they lost who you will lose who you are doing the same shit over and over and over. You'll never evolve. You'll never you'll never get to your highest point in life. You know what I'm saying? Doing the same shit over and over. So, man, yeah, man. Evolution, man. So if you're a creator, just keep going. Don't stop. And keep evolving. You already know what time it is at 727. Let's go. Yeah.